Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about the best EV stocks to buy right now that could potentially dethrone Tesla in 2023. And we're going to be going over some of my favorite electric vehicle companies, 3 in particular, that could potentially do this. Now, I actually disagree with the author because none of these could dethrone Tesla within the next year. That's just not possible. Tesla is literally the market leader in both technology, first mover advantage, and overall brand awareness. Tesla is the golden goose, and I don't think anyone is going to be able to catch Tesla for probably over a decade, if they can catch Tesla at all. However, these 3 EV companies that we will be diving into are great companies to diversify into if you want to own more electric vehicle companies than just Tesla. These are going to be the top electric vehicle companies to buy right now on the stock market. The reason why we're going to do an electric vehicle video is because I'm a huge fan of electric vehicle investing, and there's a lot of false information out there. I also want to make you aware as an investor that the EV market is growing extremely rapidly to where the global unit sales have increased by nearly 300% from just 2.4 million electric vehicle cars in June of 2020 to 9.3 million in June of 2022. So it's a rapidly scaling market, and I want you to get in on this. We have 3 electric vehicle stocks to buy right now that could potentially dethrone Tesla in the future. Even though I think Tesla will not be caught by any of these companies, at least you can keep an eye on these companies. And the first one that we're going to talk about is Lucid Motors, ticker symbol LCID, which trades for just $6.40. Professionals believe this company could surge over the next 12 months to $18 per share. So let's get into why they believe this. Tesla has seemingly built an untouchable empire that mainly focuses on their talent, technology, and their brand. But many people believe that actually Lucid can compete with Tesla in all 3 of these business aspects. For instance, let's start with the Lucid CEO, who is Peter Rawlinson, who is the former chief engineer of the Tesla Model S, one of Tesla's greatest cars that they sell. Literally, he has formed a great supporting team around him. This CEO is very smart, stealing various talent from Tesla, Audi, Apple, Samsung, Ford, Intel, and General Motors. He has put together an almost unstoppable team that rivals the talent of Tesla. This is a very impressive overall team that he has acquired, and their Lucid vehicles are literally top tier. Many Lucid vehicles outperform Tesla on almost every single EV metric, which we will get into in just a moment. So clearly the talent that Lucid has acquired at least rivals or is potentially better than Tesla themselves. Another good catalyst for Lucid is that Tesla is currently firing or laying off employees right now as we speak. And as they lay off employees, Lucid Motors are actually hiring and gaining employees. So as Tesla talent actually diminishes, Lucid's talent increases, to where current forecasts believe that they will have more talent than Tesla by 2025. However, I have no idea where the author actually got that particular projection from. I couldn't find anything that would actually support that, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. The author believes that Lucid's technology could actually beat Tesla's EV tech on a whole nother level on a plethora of various performance indicators. For instance, Lucid vehicles can drive for longer ranges, they have more horsepower, they have denser motors and a faster acceleration on top of tighter controls. Lucid recently came out with their Lucid Air Sapphire, which according to many is the fastest production car, dethroning the Tesla S Model Plaid. So clearly Lucid is not messing around. They produce super high performance luxury vehicles out in the real world that are living up to the hype. They're extremely quick, very fast, and extremely dependable. In fact, Lucid Air was named the 2022 Motor Trend Car of the Year. And here's a picture of it on screen. I don't think that it looks as good as Tesla vehicles. However, the performance along with the various models that stream from it are absolutely mystifying. These cars do cost an arm and a leg though, starting as high as $90,000. However, their higher end vehicles go well over $200,000. So clearly this is a premium electric vehicle brand. And that brings us to our next point, the branding. How do they compete with Tesla in the form of their brand? Well, Tesla is mainly known for selling their Model 3s at around $40,000. Meanwhile, Lucid is coming to the market with premium electric vehicles that are are strengthened by their overall exclusivity, similarly to, let's say, Lamborghini or Ferrari, just an electric vehicle version of those. Therefore, Lucid actually has much more impressive margins, and they get a lot more profit and revenue per car than Tesla does. However, I want to fire back on the author here real quick. Tesla, their main competitive advantage is actually manufacturing and the amount of vehicles they are selling and delivering, which is way more than Lucid. However, I think these are more in indirect competition to one another, not necessarily direct competition. So there's plenty of room in the electric vehicle market for both of these titans, especially as Lucid continuously grows their overall bottom line. The next company we're going to talk about is Rivian, ticker symbol RIVN, which trades for $19.14, while experts believe the company could surge to $44 per share over the next year. Rivian is an electric vehicle startup company that designs, manufactures, and sells various high-end electric vehicles, SUVs, and pickup trucks. Their most famous pickup truck would be the R1T, and they also have a very impressive 7-seater SUV. The truck overall is spacious and it has a lot of power, and people love it for 5 main reasons. And these 5 reasons also tell us where this company could be in the future and why it could be one of the largest electric vehicle companies in the entire world. The first reason is that this company is a leader which has strong demand for their niche, particularly referring to the large electric truck market. Right now, there is no leader in this particular niche within the EV market, and Rivian's trucks by far outpace and outperform the F-150 Lightning, according to some investors. In their particular space, they have the best specs, and they are leading the industry in this particular regard. Secondly, the company has great brand equity and very strong technology. They are a leader in EV battery technology and torque technology, 2 things that are going to be very dependable and very important when creating amazing electric trucks. And these are both observed in the R1T, which is probably the highest performing electric vehicle pickup truck on the market right now, which is why many people believe that it rivals or maybe even better than many other electric trucks on the market. The third reason is that Rivian has a very strong demand for their various products and vehicles. For instance, Rivian has over 114,000 pre-orders in the United States and Canada for their R1S and their R1T. This shows great demand for their overall vehicles and trucks, and Rivian is looking to produce top-tier products for their consumers. Fourthly, Rivian has very large support and amazing partnerships. By now you probably know that Rivian has a very great partnership with Amazon, where Rivian is actually under a contractual obligation to produce at least 100,000 electric vehicle delivery vans for Amazon. And this partnership is absolutely amazing, which could lead to even a larger partnership, or at minimum maybe an extension. So I'm really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, Rivian is just looking for a way to increase their manufacturing capacity so they can start really cranking out these vehicles. And last but not least, Rivian has a very impressive balance sheet. So even if a recession happens, this company could burn the cash on their balance sheet until way after this company is already profitable. And let me tell you what I mean. The best thing about Rivian, in my opinion, is the strength of their balance sheet. They have around $14 billion worth of cash and or cash equivalents on their balance sheet. And this grants them great flexibility and essentially a great unfair advantage over their peers. They have so much money, it's unbelievable. $14 billion on their balance sheet while being a beginner startup company. With Rivian's $14 billion, it's going to enable them to create amazing electric vehicle and expand their empire way past 2025. So I personally am a pretty big fan of Rivian. And last but not least, we have Fisker. Many people have actually commented and they wanted me to review Fisker, so here it is. Fisker, ticker symbol FSR. This is an electric vehicle company that trades for $7.19, while experts believe the company could surge to $15 over the next year. Fisker is essentially known to make a sustainable and cheap electric vehicle, and that's the market that they are targeting. This electric vehicle company is most known for their Ocean SUV, which launched in November. It starts for just $37,500, which is literally an unheard of price for an electric vehicle SUV. It also features a decent range of around 250 to 350 miles of driving on top of a great software package. And economically speaking, the Ocean SUV gives consumers the most bang for their buck in terms of an electric vehicle. It's cheap, it's achievable, it's affordable, and it's an electric vehicle, so what's not to like? This company already sits on an impressive 62,000 orders for this particular SUV, and the numbers are growing quickly. Fisker hopes to be on track, and is currently on track to deliver approximately 42,000 units by 2023, and I really hope that that is accurate. And that's why many people expect Fisker's electric Ocean SUV to be one of the best-selling electric cars in 2023. It has an optimal blend of both quality and affordability for the average American. Right now, their management is targeting approximately 225,000 deliveries of 4 different electric vehicle models throughout the time between now and 2025. Now, this is very, very ambitious. However, management believes that they can achieve this, and they plan for their average vehicle to be around $50,000, with the Ocean SUV being their cheaper models. However, from here on, they plan to scale to a more premium market. And the author of this article believes that they can do just that. They believe that Fisker will actually generate net revenues of around $11 billion by 2025. So maybe this is accurate, maybe it's not. We're just going to have to wait and see for this company. But if that's true, a 20x multiple on that implies a potential future valuation of $40 billion, when the company is worth just around $2.2 billion as of right now, on top of potentially being profitable in late 2023. However, most of this is speculation based off of various forecasts from a plethora of different experts in the field, but time will tell in this company. If I had to rank all of these companies, comparing Lucid, Rivian, and Fisker, this is how I would rank them. I would honestly say that Rivian would be number 1. I would say Rivian is not only the safer company, but it has a fantastic growth trajectory ahead of it, followed by Lucid, which has a great safety net considered that they're owned by very wealthy investors over in Saudi Arabia, and then lastly would be Fisker. So I honestly would say that Rivian and Lucid are rather close, but I think Rivian just barely edges out Lucid due to their just way stronger balance sheet and their partnership with Amazon. However, they are closely followed by Lucid, and then lastly I would say Fisker, but overall right now Tesla is still top dog, and I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Comment what you think of any of these companies, subscribe if you are new, smash that like button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next YT video.